very gospel, Chukwokika Biama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobos. We are traveling all due to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
Fellow Nigerian, in search of excellence for Africa, my mission remains to create awareness, advance practical solutions, and transform mindsets via case studies. Together, let's midwife deliverance for our race, country, and continent. Please share this video. I am Dr. Israel Noyaram Davidson. Thank you. In 2001, US-led forces overthrew a Taliban-led Afghan government following the 9/11 attacks led by the Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. For the next 20 years, the US and allies enforced democratic ideals, built up Afghan security forces, and provided operational air cover. The Taliban continued to attacks. Now, eventually, under President Trump, the US promised to pull out if Taliban agreed to stop attacks and hosting terrorist groups. Today, the Taliban militants have declared Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan and overrun most of the country at lightning speed with little or no resistance from the 300,000 US trained and heavily equipped Afghan forces. US general could not believe an army could crumble at that rate.
I did not, nor did anyone else, see a collapse of an army that size in 11 days. There'll be many postmortems on this topic, but right now is not that time.
It is believed the Afghan soldiers, though diehards, had unquenchable allegiance to jihadist ideologies practiced by Taliban. There were Afghan soldiers by day, Taliban at heart, and Taliban at night. A situation some suggest currently exists in Nigeria too. So Afghanistan was simply handed over to the mullahs to govern, based on their shared jihadist ideological leaning. The south and middle belt of Nigeria should wake up with urgency. The Afghan situation is cooking fast in Nigeria today. Afghanistan is number 1 on global terrorist list. Nigeria is number 3. Second.
I'm asking a very pertinent question. Is Nigeria working for you? Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired, knew the solutions to Boko Haram till he finally became president. He asked ex-President Jonathan to resign because of insecurity. He cried empathetically. He promised to end Boko Haram in 3 months. But now, he's telling us he's done his best to arm the military. Why isn't he resigning? Governor Fashola knew the solutions to providing stable power supply till he became Minister of Power, and darkness pervaded the land. After trying hard and giving excuses like he only plays a supervisory role, the ministry was assigned to someone else. Power grid, still they collapse. The NSAS protests were tagged insurrection. In fact, someone said Aisha Yusufu ought to be in jail for instigating violence. Then farmers were beheaded in Borno. Same person asked Aisha Yusufu to lead a protest. Aren't these people supposed to forbid hypocrisy? Is Nigeria working for any Nigerian today? From leaders hoarding food for the poor, receiving kickbacks from government contracts, to farmers needing permission to go to their farms. Is Nigeria working for you? Why is Zamfara's gold for Zamfara and Niger Delta oil for Nigeria? Why is Hisba destroying alcohol, but their state governments receive federal allocation from monies received via taxation, including tax on alcoholic beverages? Why are some federal roads abandoned to bandits and kidnappers? Who is in charge of Nigeria's security? The president is talking tough this time. Most times, he's as shocked by the rest of us by the absence of good governance under him. Regardless of his campaign promises and the manifesto of his political party, Nigeria has rolled back in terms of development. From Naira continually losing its value to our recently launched locomotive trains breaking down in the middle of nowhere. Nigeria has to be working for some people though. The government can do no wrong. To this set of people, their money isn't being stolen, even if the money is being borrowed, leaving debts for their own children to pay in future. Even if the leaders don't use public institutions, from sending their children to Ivy League schools abroad to getting medical treatment abroad, some people who have nothing and we need to donate money for their medical bills if they have a serious ailment, continue to hail the obvious lack of good governance till Nigeria happens to them. Then they get a little pissed. May Nigeria never happen to you. Say amen. We deserve better than the political class who go home with millions monthly to represent people who can't even afford to feed themselves. I am Olajumoke Alaode James. Nigeria is not working for me. Is Nigeria working for you?
Land, oh. You must listen to her. Of course, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
IPOB, one family. Biafrans all over the world. If we want safety and security for our people, then let's continue to support Eastern Security Network. All donations are welcome. No contribution is too small or too large. Do your part, knowing that freedom is in our hands, and together we must all rise to the occasion. Go to our website to make your contribution, www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. And remember that freedom is not free, but together we restore it, farm by farm, forest by forest, house by house, and street by street.
Any Nigerian who is still hanging around waiting for 2023 to change Nigeria is a fool. Line 20 Daily Faro to me up and ask them to become president of Nigeria. 20 of me, 20. Multiply their brain power by 10, factor of 10, and then force them to operate the 1999 Constitution with the governance system that is enshrined in it. We shall fail spectacularly. The problem of Nigeria can never be resolved by personnel changes.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to this broadcast today, my fellow Biafrans. This is emergency broadcast on this day, the 1st day of June 2022, and you are listening through the voice of Biafra 97.5 FM. You are watching through the Enterbiafra channel 1, Enter live streaming app, and on all Enterbiafra platform, and of course on all IPOB autopilot platform all over social media. And at the same time, for those of you watching through Twitter, Twitch, and on different social media platforms, good evening and welcome to this emergency broadcast on insecurity in the southeast Biafraland. All right, we may need to switch over to a different network so as not to have issues. And here we go. One moment. All right, you're welcome to the program. Without wasting any of your time, I have come this evening for this emergency broadcast on insecurity in the southeast, Biafra, and we are going to continue. Today, I want you to address me once more as the Nigel Farage, or those who say the right pronunciation is Nigel Farage, Farage of Biafra. The way Nigel Farage led the British out of the European Union is the same way I will be part of the team led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to lead Biafra out of Nigeria. I have come today for this very imperative broadcast because of what is going on in our land. And I want to make it very clear that the no election in Biafraland is not a joke. It is not a joke. Those who are campaigning for election have been and will always be those who have never supported Biafra. So they have their right to talk about election while we have our right to talk about no election. And like it is always, the majority carries the vote. So if the majority of Biafra people are supporting the no election, during the time we are going to declare the sit at home, entire Biafra will be under lock and key. The awareness and campaign for this no election have started. And let me make it very clear for those who are now editing videos of Anambra election. Some people are already editing videos where they claim that Simon Ekpa was campaigning for no election in Anambra State. And of course, at the end of the day, election took place. I want to remind them that Anambra election was totally a different thing. I want to remind them that during the Anambra election, we were still having what we call the leadership that we actually have expelled out of the struggle. I want to remind them that during that time, there were no direction. I want to remind them that during that time, we are completely on a different train. And I want to also remind them that they must not take for granted the no general election in Biafraland. In fact, I believe it is the will of God that the Anambra election took place so that those who want to learn in their hard way will also learn. And I believe a lot of people, those ignorant people who are in this Biafra struggle, have learned their lesson. So, in the general election, those who sold the opportunity we had during the Anambra election to speak to the world today are regretting it. So, and I believe allowing the election also gives the benefit of doubt for those who care to learn. It is very important that you learn what is Nigeria. You read Nigeria as a book for you to make impact and be successful in this Biafra movement. You must be able to study Nigeria. so that you are going to be ahead of them. The difference today is that we know Nigeria, we study Nigeria, and we know what Nigeria is going to do at every move they make. That is one thing about us. So there is nothing Nigeria is going to do tomorrow that we don't know where they are going. Any statement coming from any minister, we know what they are going to do. Any move coming from the security agents, we know what they are going to do. That is not why I am here today. The reason why I'm here today is to address the issue of insecurity in the Southeast. You all could agree with me that when the video of beheading of the couple circulated on social media, I came here to address the investigation that we had. They allege that IPOB and Biafra agitators were beheading people just to blackmail the movement. We did our investigation. We find out that those behind those barbarism, those behind those sacrilegious crime were never part and can never be part of Biafra movement. And some of them were Fulanis, born in Igbo land. We came here to bring a proof that you cannot accuse IPOB or Biafra agitators just because the people committing these crimes were speaking Igbo dialect. Some of you were convinced, some of you believed. Why one Nigerian is still throwing blames because of their hatred on Biafra agitators. The Nigeria security agents, they don't investigate anything. There is no forensic analysis, no forensic investigation. If anything that happened in Biafraland, they will always commit those crimes themselves, and then they target on Biafra agitators. All in bid to stop Biafra agitation. The political leaders from Biafraland have been briefed severally through our broadcast, through the awareness we are creating, but all of them continue to pretend that they don't understand and they don't know what is going on. To this regard, we have been vindicated again. The priest that was kidnapped have also explained and narrated his ordeal in the hand of the Fulani terrorists who are now kidnapping and collecting ransom in hundreds of millions. Today, I have come to inform Biafrans the need to join hands together and chase away the military in our land. I commend the youth of those communities that pick up some objects and head to the street to protest and demand the military to leave their land. If you have followed our broadcast, we have been calling for demilitarization of the Southeast. Because as far as our intelligence report is concerned, most of the crime, I said most of the crimes in the Southeast today is being orchestrated by the Fulani terrorists while being shielded by the Nigerian army and being abetted by the same Nigerian army. We raise this alarm. The reason why we raise this alarm is because we have evidence, several evidences of Nigerian military being accomplices in these crimes in the Southeast. But none of the leaders in the Southeast will always give a statement. They pretend that they don't hear us. Yet, every blessed day, they blame IPOB ignorantly. They ignorantly blame IPOB. They ignorantly blame Biafra agitators. They ignorantly blame their own, dancing to the tune of the Fulani Caliphate using the Nigerian army. That was the reason why we started calling for the demilitarization of the Southeast. Because when we call for the military to leave our land, some of you don't understand the reason why we are calling for military to leave. Because by the time military leave Biafraland, we have solved the insecurity by 60%. I am telling you the fact. 60% of the insecurity will be solved just by military leaving our land. And the more you allow the military to stay, the worst situation you are going to be getting. The situation will continue to deteriorate because the military will shield and abet these crimes while they use the money you give them in the name of paying ransom to bring more of the terrorists from Sahel. So this broadcast today, this is an emergency broadcast, goes to the leaders, if there is any, of the Southeast, starting from Governor Soludo. Governor Soludo can now understand why every move he makes, there is more chaos. Because the more he make move, the more the military, the DSS controlled by Fulani, and then their own foot soldiers will continue to perpetrate these heinous crimes against Anambra people. Apart from the fact that some of the crimes, the 40% of the crime after the Nigerian army, 60% are being perpetrated by petty criminals, and then the politically motivated crimes. That is why we have come today to inform you that we have been vindicated again. It is now clear. No other person can tell you the story better than the victim. Nobody else can tell you the story better than the victim. For us to win this war, we are going to need arms and ammunition to protect our land. Just imagine Methodist Church raising 100 million to pay for ransom. Why those money could have been donated to our Eastern Security Network, and the same Methodist Church ought to have risen up to fight against the government for proscribing IPOB, and also to rise up and speak on behalf of the security outfit, who has made it very possible for the Biafra people to farm. And today, it is because of the ESN that you can have food in Biafraland. All of them are enjoying it. You will not understand what the Eastern Security Network have done in your life until you are kidnapped by Fulanis, like they did to Primate, the Methodist Church bishop. You will not understand what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done in your life until your father or your uncle is kidnapped by Fulani collaborating with Nigeria Army. You will not understand what the Biafra agitators have done until your father is kidnapped by the Fulani in collaboration with the Nigeria Army. You will not understand what this agitation for Biafra have done in your life until you are demanded to pay 100 million as a ransom. It is because of this that we have come to say enough is enough. For those who will wait for Fulani to kidnap them and they will be funding the Fulanis and they will use your own money to buy arms and ammunition to come back and kill you. It is the worst thing that is happening to us today. Out of your envy, ignorance, and your stupidity. Today, I listened and watched to the primate narrating how they rallied around to raise 100 million to pay to terrorists that came from Sahel. He narrated how the leader of the terrorist group who kidnapped him was born in Aba, in Igbo land. But we told you that the people beheading and chopping off head are not Igbos, that they were Fulani born in Ali Igbo. Some of them speak Igbo better than you. You said we are liars. We told you that the people committing these crimes are Fulani and the main intention and agenda was to come and run over our land when they gave the go-ahead. You say we are propagandists. We told you that the time is coming. If you do not allow us, because we have the men, we are ready to protect our land. If you do not allow us, you all will be dead. You said you want Nigeria. Nigeria could not protect you. Nigeria could not even pay ransom for you. After the church raised 100 million, the Nigeria police take the glory that they work hard to release him. I have challenged the Southeast, the leaders of the Southeast, that Biafrans, Eastern Security Network are ready to chase away these criminals out of our land within 3 weeks. Within 3 weeks, we demand the military to leave our land, because the more the military stay, the more these people are coming to be kidnapping you. And when they kidnap you, they speak Igbo. When they kidnap you, they pretend they are Biafrans. But we know that we are born in Igbo land. Most of them, not all of them, they mix themselves. Those that were born in Igbo land will be used as their leaders, while those who came from Sahel will continue to be those that will be part of the gang. So, what do? We demand the military to leave our land, and we give them 3 weeks. If after 3 weeks you still hear of this Fulani nomadic terrorist, kidnapping people anywhere in our forest, you know that we are all jokers. Because we have the men. We have the men and we have all it takes. And we cannot continue to be hiding and allow the military to destabilize our men and then allow these Fulanis to be kidnapping our people at will. So if you know that you love Biafraland, the IPOB, the Eastern Security Network is not your problem. If you know you love Biafra people and you want Biafraland to know peace, know it today that you're silent over the military carnage, the military bombardment of our land will also affect you. You will be a victim one day, whether you like it or not. You will be victimized. One day it will be you. Since now the primate was kidnapped, he can now understand why we are sounding the way we are sounding. You know, sometimes they say experience is the best teacher. But sometimes, if you want to have experience, you may not even survive it. So on this note, I want to present to you the justice, or should I say, the video of the primate. And for you to understand that him have now experienced and he is going to give you the first-hand testimony of what he went through. As we continue, before I play the video of the primate, I want to remind you that is it primate or prelate, whatever they call him, you know, I want to remind you that in 2020, the UK MPs wrote to the Secretary General of the Commonwealth to look into the Nigeria Army being accomplices in the crime going on in Nigeria. I want to ask you, till date, we have not read any response or any statement coming from the office of the Commonwealth or the office of the Secretary General of the Commonwealth. But when those people were making those statements, some of you thought it was a joke. And immediately anybody is kidnapped in the Southeast, Sahara Reporter, the brown envelope journalists, the gutter media, they will report ESN IPOB, or they will say Simon Ekpa boys. But we continue to tell you that these people committing these crimes are Fulani terrorists that are actually in our land, be aided by the military to commit this carnage. So before I go forward, I want to remind you that in 2020, the MPs, UK MPs, wrote to Commonwealth Secretary General over the insecurity in Nigeria. The question I want to ask you today, what have they done? Have the office of the Secretary General of the Commonwealth done anything? The answer is no. UK MPs write Commonwealth on insecurity in Nigeria. After a year plus, they are now in the Southeast. Some members of the United Kingdom House of Lords, the British Upper Legislative Chamber, have petitioned the Commonwealth over persistence of insurgency and the farmer header crisis in Nigeria. Lawmaker, in a letter dated September 14, addressed to Patricia Scotland, Secretary General of the Commonwealth, said failure of the federal government to protect Nigerians was a breach of its obligation under the Commonwealth Charter. Nigeria breached the obligation to protect you, prelate of the Methodist Church. The reason why we are shouting today is for you to have a better life in Biafraland. The reason why we are doing this thing every day is to inform you that what we know, you don't know it. What we know, the intelligence we have, you don't have it. And that is the reason why we will continue and we are not going to stop. We will continue to say it the way it is for all of you to understand that the military must leave Biafraland and they must leave. If this is not enough, I want to also bring to the screen the secret memo from the Nigeria Army telling you how they commit this crime. If you look at this, you will understand that this is this is secret defense headquarters. Even the Nigeria Army themselves, they knew that Boko Haram has infiltrated the Nigeria Army. They know that terrorists are in charge of the Nigeria Army, and the reflection and the evidence and the proof of this is being seen in the Southeast today. So when we say take the military away, it's not because we are scared or we are afraid of the military. We are not afraid of the Nigerian military. They are untrained personnel. They don't have any training. We are not afraid of them. But we are asking that since you are complaining of the insecurity, pull out the Nigerian military out of our region, because they are the one committing this crime. Even their secret memo here also prove that. Need to educate personnel on the implication of the collaborating with the enemy. Who is the enemy? The Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram and ISWAP. Recent happening in various too reveal an increase in cases of aiding and abetting by personnel. The development was reviewed in different reports of arrest of military personnel within a short period of time. It would be recalled that soldiers was arrested by a covert intelligence team for conniving with the confirmed terrorist informant known as Babagana Kura in Boma local government area of Borno State. It didn't end there. You can go further to read how the military are collaborating with Boko Haram in the Northeast. Today, what we see in the East is what you don't know. The prelate or primate, whatever they call him, it doesn't matter. Because all these, their big and bogus names they give to themselves cannot save them. Some people, they are here, correcting the primate and the prelate. They say it is not pre-made, it is prelate. If I ask you now, tell me, what is the meaning of prelate? You can't define prelate without going to check, first of all, what is the meaning in dictionary. You don't know what is the prelate. No, I am telling you, all the people that are saying it is not primate, it is prelate. If I ask you what is the meaning of prelate, you don't know. You yourself know you don't know what is prelate. You have to go to, to dictionary to check what is prelate. You don't know what is prelate. But you are here telling me the right word is prelate, not primate. Okay? You don't know what is the prelate. You don't know what it means. You just follow the English word, speaking the grammar. You don't know what the meaning. You don't know the meaning of prelate. You don't know. But today, as he was kidnapped, the big name given to them by the Englishman did not serve him. He has to use the Nigeria Naira scam, 100 million Naira. 100 million Naira, bring that money and give to Eastern Security Network. And the entire zone will be secured. At least they will use that money to eat. We are not asking you to bring gun. We will catch these criminals with bare hand. Bring the money. You can't. All of you are bringing 100 million. Fulani kidnap you, you pay 100 million. Fulani kidnap you, you pay 50 million. While you have security personnel, while you have men that were born in Igbo land, while you have men, Biafra men that have volunteered and sacrificed their life to protect you, you fight against them. You call them names. You label and blackmail them. You join the Nigeria government to blackmail and slander IPOB. You join the Nigeria government to blackmail Eastern Security Network. When you get captured by the Fulani, sponsored by the Nigeria government, nobody will come for you. You have to bring money. The worst part of this whole thing is that when you bring that money, you pay them this 100 million, they will use it to buy more arms and come back to hunt for you. They are going to catch you again, except you decide not to follow that road. Any day you go back to that road, they are going to catch you again. That you pay 100 million, there is no certificate. There is no certificate issued to you that prelate, we have captured you, you have paid 100 million, this is a receipt, this is certificate. Any day another Fulani catch you, give them this certificate that you have been kidnapped before. There is nothing like that. So pray they don't capture you again. But what are we talking about? If we come to you now and say, bring 50 million, let us use to feed our Eastern Security Network so that they will go into those bushes. And give the terrorists the chase of their life. You say no. You join Nigeria government. Today, the Nigeria government didn't save you. If your church did not provide that money, you are gone. And then they will turn around and say, the Biafra, Southeast is now insecurity everywhere. The Biafra agitation, is it how you want to save your people? You say you are agitating to say give good life. You are demanding, you are kidnapping and all that. Then we call it Biafra because you are not alive to tell the story. This is not to say that there are no criminals in Igbo land. There are criminals. There are people kidnapping in Igbo land. In fact, in those days, it was P2B, if I'm not mistaken, it was P2B that brought the law that if you are a kidnapper, they will demolish your house. It was P2B, if I'm not mistaken. P2B was demolishing the kidnappers' building in Anambra State. In those days, there are kidnappers from Orifite. You know, there was one popular kidnapper from Orifite. His mansion was demolished by IPOB, if I'm not mistaken. And the thing was everywhere. That time, there was nothing like IPOB, there was nothing like Eastern Security Network. So kidnapping did not start today in Igbo land. Kidnapping has been there many years ago. So that is not to say that you don't have people, you know, you cannot have a crime in Igbo. No. But what we are saying that what is happening now is not ordinary crime. What is happening now is the Fulani invasion. But we say we have solution. We have solution because we saw this thing coming. You didn't see it. We have the solution to stop this insecurity in the Southeast. But will you, swallow your pride? Because when you talk, you say, oh, non-state actors. Non-state actors. Non-state actors, what are the state actors doing? The state actors are the criminals. So I want you to listen to this man. Having provided evidence from the secret memo of the Nigerian army, you can now understand that the state actors are the criminals, not the non-state actors, like us. So what are we trying to say? What we are trying to say is that bring the money to support the Eastern Security Network. Otherwise, you will all be kidnapped and killed one after the other. This man explained that there are decomposing corpses in the forest. Now, there are people who say they have, they will count it as part of the insecurity in the Southeast. And I want to commend those who have been protesting against these particular state actors for them to leave Biafraland. So here we go.
That I went to Isuch for the induction of a national officer of the Methodist Brigade. I arrived on Saturday. On Sunday, we the service. And in order to catch up with my flight, along with my chaplain at 4:30, we took off by 2 to go to the airport. Oblivious of the fact that kidnappers were waiting on the road. And as we were descending to Lagos in Abia State, these people came out from the bush. They divided themselves into 3 places. Some people were at the back, some people were at the center, who shot, who fired at us. And there was another group in front. To make sure that we didn't run away, they fired shots at our vehicle. And eventually, they abducted us, 3 of us. The communication man of the church was able to escape. The driver was able to escape. They captured me, the Bishop of Owerri, and my chaplain took us into the bush and were torturing us. In fact, it was in the process of that torture that I hit my right eye on a tree. And even when blood was flowing and it was soaking my handkerchief, they didn't feel like anything happened. All they said that we should follow them, that they are not actually against Nigerian citizens, they are against the government. And that government is a bad government. They are Fulani boys, all the 8 are Fulani.
Are you hearing that? There are Fulani boys. And the one that is going to shock you is that the leader was born in Igbo land.
They are Fulani boys, and that Any day they see the president, they will chew him.
It's a lie.
Their brother,
They cannot do anything.
Appointed them and disappointed Nigerians. They will chew him raw. Or any of his representatives, they will chew him raw. So I said, well, even though I'm part of government, but I'm a church man. I'm a man, Christian. I'm not a government official. I said, okay. That is what has saved you. You would have killed you outrightly without asking for any ransom. But now that you're a church man, let's go. Let's go inside the bush.
Did you hear that? He said that the Fulani terrorists told him that they would have killed him. They would have killed him immediately without asking ransom. But because he is a church man, they are going to ask for ransom. So now, let us, assume that this prelate was killed. What will be in the mind of everybody now? Southeast have come to Boko Haram zone. Southeast without investigation. Without investigation. You will call it Biafra. You will call it IPOB. You will call it Eastern Security. You will call it all manner just to paint the Biafra agitation black and blue. And the Fulani military will be somewhere laughing at your stupidity. Look, they are accusing IPOB. Look, they are accusing Biafra. And the people that will be in the forefront of this accusation are the security agent, Nigeria Army and Police. They will be the one. Sahara Reporter will be the. I believe that when this man was kidnapped, Sahara Reporter may have reported IPOB ESN kidnapped or Simon Ekpa boys kidnapped the prelate. But they say, because God want to expose them, they say they would have killed him, but because he's a church person, so God saved him. But one thing I want to tell you now is that nothing must happen to this prelate. It is a warning we are going to give. Nothing must happen to this prelate. Let it be as a warning, because you do not know when and how it will happen. I know that in this after this confession or this testimony from this man, they will be looking for him to kill him. So let us put it on record that if anything happened to this man, it will be the beginning of yet another thing in Biafraland. So let it be on record. This particular primate or prelate or bishop must be protected, because his testimony is a live, living testimony that have vindicated Biafrans against Soludo and his agent. Against Soludo and his agent. Against all the haters of Biafra. This particular man, his experience, his testimony have set the record very straight, and nothing must happen to him. Otherwise, we will use him. We will use his situation. If anything happened to this man, we are going to use him to start an unending thing that you can never think of. He must be alive. We know Nigeria. The next thing they will do is to eliminate him. The next thing they will do is to invite him for questioning. You invite somebody who was kidnapped and paid 100 million. The next thing they are going to do is to invite. We know Nigeria now. If they don't invite him, then it's a mistake. So I want you all to listen to him and see how he narrated the story. Where he was kidnapped, there were military men, Fulani military checkpoint. And the worst part of the story is that the military are the one looking after the cows. After their cows. The military was looking after their cows. why the criminals are kidnapping our people. And Soludo is not aware of it. BBC, they are not aware of it. No, they cannot report this news. So that is why I tell you people, Biafrans, if you have 100 million to pay to criminals, you see, what is happening is that you are sponsoring them you are sponsoring the insecurity in the Southeast. So what has happened here is that the Methodist Church of Nigeria is now funding the next level of kidnapping and insecurity in the Southeast by giving 100 million to criminals and terrorists. Do you know the kind of arms, ammunition they are going to buy? He said it himself. I didn't say it. He said they are going to be kidnapping to look for money to buy more arms, and then they are going to bring their brothers from the Sahel to the Southeast. He said it. So Methodist Church have funded terrorism. Compelling. You see, they have soiled their hand in the insecurity in the Southeast. This 100 million is going to go far. I am telling you the fact. So if you don't understand, you see, it will sound very awkward. Okay? But the fact is that Methodist Church have directly funded terrorism in the Southeast. And funding this particular insecurity, they fund Fulani. I don't care how you want to put. This is the truth. They have funded Fulani with 100 million. Now, this same church now that use 100 million to save this man, if you go to them and ask them, come and bring 10 million, let us use to give food to our Eastern Security Network in the bush, who made it possible for their members, because their members are Biafrans, for their members to go to farm since 2020. It was not Nigeria government that made them to start farming. It was not the state government that protected their farm. It was IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It was the Eastern Security Network that made it possible for the members of this Methodist Church, who provided 100 million now to pay to Fulani. It was us, Biafra people, that made it possible for them to go to farm. And today they can have food. But look at, they use 100 million to fund another insecurity in the Southeast. So if today or tomorrow you see that the insecurity in the Southeast has increased, know that by force, the Methodist Church funded it also. And every other person that have paid ransom to Fulani terrorists in the Southeast, you are directly funding the terrorism. So if you are asking, where is this security coming from? Who are the people sponsoring them? Methodist Church Nigeria have just invested 100 million in terrorism in the Southeast. This is a fact. I do not know how you want to put this thing, but believe me, the Methodist Church Nigeria have invested 100 whooping million into insecurity in the Southeast. That is a fact. Now, in case there is still opportunity, the opportunity is here. The opportunity is that the remaining people that are yet to fall victim of Fulani, you don't know who is going to be the next victim. Why can't everybody rise up and demand the Nigerian military to leave our land, so that we will know where our problem is coming from, so that we are going to solve this problem once and for all? I have said it, that if you allow us to come out to face these terrorists and kidnappers, we give you 3 weeks. If after 3 weeks, I swear to God, if after 3 weeks you hear anybody kidnapped again by Fulanis, then you can do whatever you want to do. Because these are the intel. I know what I'm talking. You know, if it is men, we have men. And we have what it takes to chase away these terrorists from our land completely within 3 weeks. This is not the first time I am saying it. This is not the first time. Just 3 weeks. They are gone. But if you like, say, we are non-state actors. All of you will pay the price one after the other. You are going to be funding the terrorism in the Southeast. You will use your money. You will use your church, because now they're going to focus on pastors and bishops and all that. Your church will use their money to sponsor terrorism in the Southeast. So it is something that everybody must think about. Now, you can imagine how many people that are hungry in the church. How many women, how many widows that cannot even afford 2 square meals per day. And they are paying 100 million. And I want you to understand that this 100 million is not the end of it, because he may be kidnapped again tomorrow. He may be kidnapped again, and they will demand another 100 million. So for how long will you continue to pay ransom? For how long will you continue to pay ransom to Janjaweed? For how long will you pay for your own life? I want you to listen to him.
So we moved and trekked up to 15 kilometers. But I knew that it was from my area. I knew that we were rigmaroling and winding, going up, going down, going up. And eventually at 11 p.m., they said, okay, now we negotiate. Each of us will pay 50 million, and we're going to pay 150 million. I thought it was a joke. I said we are going to pay 10 million.
He said he thought it was a joke.
What? Don't say that. They lifted up their knife to cut me. I said, please hold on. I said, we are not going to change it. They're going to pay us 150 million.
Somebody say they don't agree. They don't agree with me. I do not understand, what you mean by you don't agree with me. That if they did not pay the money, they would have killed. They would have killed them. Did I say that if they didn't pay the money, they will release them? I don't know. Sometimes I don't. It is good to read comment, but sometimes the comments sound so naive. Because I have never said anything contrary. I have never said they shouldn't have paid the ransom. I have not said, they should have released him even if they did not pay the yes, go. Even they did not pay the ransom. So why are you saying you disagree? You disagree with me? I am reading the comment that if they did not pay the ransom, they would have. Who said? Have I said anything contrary? What I am saying is that for you to pay 100 million, you have funded terrorism by force. There is no two ways about it. So you fund terrorism by paying 100 million. So, and it is by force. That is what I said. So how does that amount to that you don't agree with me? You don't agree with me that the payment was not by force? Or that it was by their own will, and they paid by force. They fund the terrorism by force, whether they like it or not. But what we are trying to say now is that you do not need to even get kidnapped in the first place. if you support us, if you support the Eastern Security Network, if you rise up to speak against the army to leave our land, if you rise up to tell Soludo to pull the military out of our land. Because these people are like the people going to the plantation this day and they will do bang, 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 bang. Like this Isikuka woman. Isikuka woman, the double agent. She will go and announce the name of our people and they will go and kill them. And she will run out and say, oh, they are there. Simon Ekpa is involved. This one is involved. Simon Ekpa have hijacked the thing, but she will be the one who will go to call the names of the people on social media. The military will go there and start killing them. She will come back and say, oh, they have, the people were in Akwa Ibom, they have killed them, ask Simon Ekpa, ask Simon Ekpa. But she is the one indirectly telling them, the Nigeria government that she's working with, when to attack and when not to attack. And each time she called their name, they will attack them. It is just like that. So what we are trying to say is that you don't need to pay anybody for ransom. In fact, you don't need to even get kidnapped in the first place. If you do the right thing. If you do the right thing, the governors will pull the military out of our land. Like you see, Hope Uzodinma said, I invited them. These are the people that Hope Uzodinma invited. Hope Uzodinma did not invite Okechukwu and Okafor into Imo State. Hope Uzodinma invited Mohammed and Ali into Imo State, thinking that they have come to help him. That is why the insecurity in Imo State is getting worse every day. Because the people that are coming to Imo State are people who want to actually, fuel the crisis. Because they know that they have been looking for a way to deal with Igbo all this while. You can imagine where how Nigeria hate Igbo. They don't even allow you to contest presidential, election. They cannot even give you a ticket. So how do you think that they are going to feel when they come with a military uniform and a khaki into our land? They want to wipe you away. If in politics, they cannot allow you to breathe in politics, you can imagine where they handle a gun. You don't know what you are into in Nigeria. The way the politician from the north hate you is what you are going to use to measure the hatred from those in the military uniform. I am telling you the fact. Each time you talk about Igbo man, that is when the hatred of the Fulani will come from the north. So if they hate you for ordinary politics, and you see the way they treat you in politics, you can imagine the way they are going to treat you when they wear khaki and carry AK-47, as a Nigeria army. That is what is going on, my people. So what we sit down, see, you will climb on top of tree as a governor, as Soludo, you will not see it. You will not see it. All of them will come and complain, oh, the north. And the people you are complaining are civilians. You are complaining about civilians. What if they carry gun and wear khaki? What would they do? They will be doing what exactly you see today in Biafraland, the insecurity. And you are bringing them. That is why we, through the intelligence unit of IPOB autopilot, we investigated this insecurity and we know the solution. That is why we started saying military must leave our land. But some of you don't get it. When we say military must leave, it's not because we are afraid of military. We can face them. I am telling you the fact. We can face them. But it is not time yet to do that. That's why we call on the governors. If they claim they love you, when we are talking about sit at home, they say, oh, you are destroying the economy. If the governors love you, let them pull out the military from the southeast and the insecurity will end. As simple as that. But what do? The military themselves will not agree because they are on a mission. Their mission in the southeast is not to end the criminality in the southeast, rather to sponsor and aid and abet the criminality. So let us listen.
Eventually, they said, okay, because you are a father. And these boys are between 18, the leader is about 35 years. I told them, all of you are younger than my own daughter and my own, even my son. You are younger than them. I'm supposed to be your father. I say, we know. That's why we are not very harsh with you. Otherwise, not even outside. So the now say, okay, okay, let us tell you what we do. By then, they have taken my episcopal ring because it's gold plated. They're taking my wedding ring. They're taking this thing. They said, and they took all ransacked our bag and took all the money. They said, okay, do you know what to do? Pay us 100 million. It's not negotiable. If you talk, we shoot you, kill you, and forget about the money.
Okay.
And kidnap others. I said, okay.
Did you hear that? If you talk, we kill you and forget about the money. And they are going to do that.
We will pay you.
And then if they do it, you will say, oh, the primate have been kidnapped and killed by Biafrans.
100 million. So they said, after some time, they said, where is the money? I said, this is Sunday night now. How can we get money this night? And you know that there is this seat at home in Ipoland. You can't afford the money now. Be patient, your money. We make contacts. Within and around Nnamdi, make contact from our office. My wife's line was not good, so I knew she must have been very depressed and confused. So eventually I was able to get her. I told her my life nothing had happened. I told my wife I'll be released, but it's a matter of time. And she told me she had already gathered the vote to pray. So they were praying. Now, at the time they said you are delaying them. My bishop of Owerri, they laid him on something, and somebody raised knife. And I'm going to cut off the head. Now the blood will spill on me, and then I'll know they're serious. The other one pointed to, I said, don't give it money, we will raise the money for you. So, but the irony of it, what paid me most was where they were situated. The soldiers, all of Fulani extraction, Nigerian soldiers, they were there.
Did you hear that? Where they kidnapped them, there were all soldiers there for Fulani extraction. Fulani soldiers.
At Loma Junction. And these boys were going behind them. Meanwhile, they kept their cows somewhere, numbering about 200, somewhere, down, with some people, and they're all together. People were taking care of the cows, but they were, hiding us in the bush.
The soldiers were looking after the cows.
Until finally they settled somewhere. They said, when are you bringing the money? I said, by 12 noon, I will call the people I contacted whether the money had been raised. And I called them. They are gathering the money, and they had it. They said I will use my phone to talk, but they can't use their phone. They don't want to be tracked. Because if they use their phone, the security forces will track them down. Then I used my phone. I negotiated. I told my people, they say we are raising money. Somebody said we have raised 30 million. I said, SOC, please, any money in the office. Life is more important than money. Transfer.
You see, any money in the office, life is more important. But we have been shouting about this thing for ages. And we even want to provide solution. And we even have the solution. If we go to this man now and write this man and say, come and support Eastern Security Network with 50 million naira, he will say no. In fact, he will not even respond. If we approach this man today and ask him, the Eastern Security Network need funding so that now that you have fallen a victim, so that other people may not fall victim, he will not give 50 million to save life of Biafrans because you don't know who they are going to kidnap again. That is how bad the situation, in Nigeria is. But we have the solution. We have the solution. I am telling you now that we have solution to the insecurity. And I am giving them that 3 weeks. If after 3 weeks they hear PIM again, they know that we are all liars.
Something like that. Let's pay them that 100 million. And eventually, by 3 p.m., they say, call your people. Pick the phone, said, we have raised 130 million. I said, please, give them 100 million. And the package, they said, their leader said, package the money. Their leader was born in Igbo land. So a boy from Sudan.
Did you hear that? Their leader was born in Igbo land. Their leader was born in Igbo land. I was making the exposition here. That from our investigation, most of the people committing this crime, especially those that chop off the head of the 2 military personnel, they were not Igbos. They were Fulanis, but they speak Igbo. From our forensic investigation, I said that thing on this program today. Have we not been vindicated? But do you know what? The Nigeria and the military, of course, the military know what they are doing. They will never investigate anything. Just it happened in Biafraland, they will put it on IPOB. Today, this man have specifically said that the leader of the Fulani that kidnapped him were born in Igbo land. I said it. So when I was, you see, when we come here to make broadcast, we have done our underground job. On Twitter space, I was, when I was on Twitter space, some people were saying, oh, if since you people have investigated, can you come and fight them? How can we fight them? When the military are after our men. When the military are looking for Eastern Security Network to kill. That is why you must pull the military out. The military looking for Eastern Security Network is not because they want to solve the security situation in the Southeast. The reason they are looking after the Eastern Security Network is because of the job the Eastern Security Network have done so far by making our people to go to farm. So the Fulani in the army, they see they are losing ground in the Southeast. And these idiotic governors are bringing them without knowing the implication of what they do. But I said it here. Some people say, oh, it's a propaganda. Look at it from somebody who have been kidnapped and who is now a witness.
She said he was born around Omai Hamuzu, where the father was a cow dealer. Cow. The boy understood Igbo.
Did you hear that? The boy understood Igbo. His father was a cow dealer.
Before police or soldiers or DSS, we will kill you because our life will be at risk. We'll kill you first. He said, down there, don't shoot it, let's go. There are 7 decomposing bodies there. In fact, we cut off their head. They are there.
Did you see? He said there are decomposing bodies there. Now, those bodies that were decomposing are body of people, body of Biafrans that probably are now missing. They will say, oh, they kidnapped them and nobody knows where they are again. Their body are there in the forest. Nobody will dare to go there to look for the body. Even when this man is now a living witness that there is a decomposing body in the forest. Nobody will go there to pick those bodies. That is how bad. You people don't know what these people are bringing to the Southeast. When Obadiama Lafia said this thing, that in 2022, they are going to start a civil war. You are waiting until they declare war. They say, oh, we are now fighting civil war. Before you wake up and support Eastern Security Network. That is what you are waiting for. You are waiting for them to declare the war openly before you can support Eastern Security Network. The opportunity you have in the Southeast, nobody again in entire Nigeria have it. Because what is happening today, we saw it. We saw it. And we continue to monitor the situation every day. We saw it. Everything will tell you, if it is not happening, it will happen later. So watch.
So if you like, but we are perceiving the order of killing human beings.
Okay, they are perceiving the order.
So the man, the anchor man, I told him, what you may do, please talk to the man. The man said, go and buy 5 Ghana of gold, big ones, put 20 million into 5. Bring it to somewhere, we'll come and take it. Then he said,
are you hearing it? Bring it to somewhere, we will come and take it. In this, but nobody, the military are working with them.
Then he said that we should be here with 2 of them. One was like this. They pointed gun at us. They said, if the Oga said shoot, if we disappoint them, or if they count any bundle of the money and it's not up to 10 million, they will kill us. So they will count it 20 million into 5. And then they will tell them to release our phone. They say, okay, why we don't want to release your phone is, why we don't want to hold your phone? They'll use it to track us. So take your phone. Well, we were there. At the time, they said, around 5:30, the youngest boy, who I think is younger brother to their commander, said, Oga, congratulations, you are free. You can go now. We have got our money, you can go. Let me show you the road. They took us to old road where they wrote welcome to the Demo and the goodbye from Abia. You know, we share boundary, old road to Isot. Then they say, you know this road? I said, I don't know. I pretended because it's my village. Ruba is my village.
Did you hear that? He was kidnapped and kept in his own village. In his own village. In his own village. Fulani was asking the man, do you know road? In his own village. What an insult. When we have people that will make these criminals to live overnight out of jealousy, out of ignorant stupidity and envy. Why is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why is it IPOB? Out of envy, like it is happening now. Why is it going to be Simon Ekpa? Instead, Simon Ekpa will bring Biafra, let everything scatter. Do you understand? Today, the opportunity is still there. They kidnapped him in his own village. They were asking him, do you know road? He pretended he didn't know road. The level, even, you see, sometimes they say you cannot lie. But in a situation like this, you see that lie can help you. So the prelate lied in order to save his own life. He lied. Okay? So you see, but Obajodoro, the bishop, lied to criminals in order to save his life. So you see, sometimes lie can save you too. Chai, hello, Melo. Lie saved him. I don't know. I do not know whether this is this is good for the church. because it is contrary to what they are preaching. They are preaching that truth shall save you. And so I don't understand why a lie can save this man in the hand of killers. Okay, this one bad though. You see, he lied, especially like when his life is in danger. He lied to save his own life. So my people, this one not enter. Jesus Christ. So when he need truth the most, when he need God the most, he decided to choose the path of Satan, which is lie. So he would have, because the point is that since he has paid the money, even if he had told them that, yes, I know the road, they wouldn't do anything. But, the point is that he lied. He lied. And in front of camera and a bishop. So it means that sometimes lie can save you. Because now he believed that this lie he told here somehow saved him. I am telling you. What he believed now that this lie he told here saved him. Not the 100 million again, no. In fact, the 100 million is rubbish. So now he believed that after paying 100 million, they have come to say, now you are free to go. So in actual sense, he has, there is no need to lie. So why would you, as a bishop, after paying the 100, you should have stand by the truth. After paying 100 million, you still go ahead to put a data on it, to lie. Ha. This one no enter at all. But that is how bad Nigeria is. And that comes to the teaching I have always bring to you. That Nigeria breed criminals. And I have said there is nothing you can do to survive without engaging in one crime or the other. For you to survive in Nigeria, including surviving from the hand of terrorists, you have to lie. As a pastor, as a bishop, as a prelate, as a primate, as a holy one, you lied after paying money. So how would you preach to your people in the church that if you are kidnapped, you are going to be praying to God? I believe that. I believe that this man must have prayed to some church members who have been a victim of kidnapping. Maybe somebody have been kidnapped from his church, and the family contacted him to pray for them, and he's praying for the people to be released. So when he comes to his own turn, instead of him to stick to what he was preaching to those people that were kidnapped, he began to lie. Nigeria, the bent person. Chai! Nigeria will make you to become mumu. Nigeria will make you to do what you don't ever expect that you are going to do. Nigeria will make you to become bad, even if you don't want to be bad. That is what is going on here. So let us continue. Bishop lied. Chai! Hello, Melo.
Money and not up to 10 million, they will kill us. So they will count it 20 million into 5, and then they will tell them to release our phone. They say, okay, why we don't want to release your phone is, why we don't want to hold your phone? They'll use it to track us. So take your phone. Well, we were there. At the time, they said around 5:30, the youngest boy, who I think is younger brother to their commander said, Oga, congratulations, you are free. You can go now. You have got our money, you can go. Let me show you the road. They took us to old road where they wrote welcome to the Demo and the goodbye from Abia. You know, we share boundary, old road to Isot. Then they say, you know this road? I said, I don't know. I pretended because it's my village. Rupa is my village. I said, I don't know the place. They said, follow this road. You get to somewhere. You see people there. So I followed the road. We followed the road there first until we saw people. But what pains me most is that these people told us that they are going to bring, after buying enough weapons, they bring all those that have been put in disarray.
Did you hear that? He said that the terrorist Fulanis told him that after buying enough weapon from the money they invested in them, they are going to use that 100 million to buy weapon. So maybe they are going to kidnap another people to make another 100 million, and before you know it, they are going to make maybe 500 million. So after they have made enough money, they are going to use the money to buy enough weapon, and they are going to now bring those people from Sahel to come to Southeast. That is the investment they have done now to Fulani. They invested 100 million to Fulani. Somebody is asking whether I have not lied before. Somebody is asking. I want to break my face. One moment. I want to break my face. You know, somebody is saying, Simon, have you not lied before? In fact, let me refresh this system. One moment. One moment. Somebody said, have I not lied before? So I want to answer that question. I want to answer the question. I remember one lie. I remember one lie I told, but I'm not a holy man. I did not tell you that I'm a bishop. But let me tell you one lie. One lie I told you people was that Nelly is me and I am Nelly. That was a lie.
Driven away from Zamfara, Katsina, Zambisa forest, that they are all coming to locate themselves in Igbo land, that there's no security in Igbo land. That they will come there and then they will deal with us. And that the man was just flippant. Maybe he took some. He said, do you know Ibadan? Lagos Expressway? We are in all the bush there. We're everywhere there.
Are you hearing that?
Also in the south. So we are waiting for the slightest signal. We will finish you people and take over this land.
Okay.
They claim that Nigeria belongs to Fulani. They said that is why we are afraid of. You know, I've been talking about this open grazing and this. They have a plan. And,
okay, they have a plan. Have you repented?
I accuse the soldiers who are not non-Christians. Some of them are flagged. They are part of it. Well, they are shielding this man. You know, when our people wanted to told the bush. The soldier said, if you move a step, we'll finish you. Don't go there.
Okay.
But they know where the boys are.
You see, when our people want to comb the bush, the soldiers told them, if you go there, we finish you. Soldiers are now openly confronting the people who want to comb the bush. That if you go there, they finish you. That is why they are finishing our Eastern Security Network. Of course, they cannot finish them. That is why they want to finish our Eastern Security Network. Because they know the job the Eastern Security Network have done, making it possible for us to have food today in the Southeast. You people don't know what is going on. Did you hear what he said? He said the soldiers told boys that if you try it, we are going to finish you. That is why they are trying everything to finish Eastern Security Network. But today, if we go to this church now and ask them for funding so that nobody will be kidnapped again in his place and in his church, he will be telling you stories.
They know the location, and what they do is in the daytime they use their cow to confuse people. Then after some time, the cows will go to rest and they take their gun and do the operation of kidnapping. Government should act decisively. They should act decisively. Otherwise, what is happening in the northern part of the country will be a child's play. So what will happen here? So the government should sit up, because the primary purpose of government is to secure life and property.
This man is still asking the government to sit up. He said the government should sit up. I don't understand the kind of juju these people are doing. Now, who is government? Government is the military people. The Fulani military, he saw them. And he is telling the military to sit up, because who is the government? The military is the government. The military who was telling the people not to enter the bush, otherwise they will finish them. He is now telling the government to sit up. Meanwhile, the government is the one sponsoring them. The government is the one sponsoring them. This man is still thinking about government. Nigeria has no government. I want you to come tomorrow program. We are going to make a very big exposition that Nigeria is a failed state. I am going to make exposition from the U.S. intelligence services, the new secret memo, the new research about Nigeria, a failed state in 2030. And I don't know where they are seeing 2030, because ihe niile ga-eme in 2023. And they predicted, not prediction, but as everything is collapsing and have collapsed, and it is going to end in civil war, another civil war. That was the research and analysis from the US. So, and this is a new one. So I am going to make this information, I'm going to analyze this information publicly tomorrow. Don't miss the program. How Nigeria is a failed state, and the impact, how the failed state of Nigeria will impact the United States. We are going to take just few of this particular, the reason why Nigeria will be failed state. And then, of course, it has to do with the diversity, with the dangerous diversity, the religious and the cultural differences. So don't miss it. It's going to be another bombshell tomorrow. But we are not going to wait until 2030 or 2024 or whatever. We are going to allow everything to happen this coming year. Before the end of 2023, we will allow everything to happen. That thing that is going to happen in 2030, it must happen next year. So I want you to make sure that you spread the message that tomorrow is going to be another bombshell. And we are going to bring the secret research and memos and from the U.S. intelligence services and other, institution as how Nigeria become a failed state in 2030 and will end in civil war. But we are not going to allow it to stay up to 2030. We don't have that time.
Any government that has failed in that has failed woefully. And Nigeria is on a reverse gear. We are nosediving. We are nosediving. We don't have security. All the bush we went around, no soldier, no police, nothing. The people, were having a field day. And when they release those sports, if they kidnap people along the Shukwata, they will parade them and then when their parents are released from that particular spot, those they arrest, they kidnap along the expressway, law contact, they bring them, eventually they bring them there to collect ransom. Those they kidnap along anywhere in the south, around the southeast. So they know that they are there. And I gave that, when I said to the organ, how do you collect this money? He said, don't worry. Once you are through with you, we will invite motorcyclists. They will come and there will be a truck. The truck will come.
Did you hear that? They will invite motorcyclists. They will invite motorcyclists and there will be a truck and truck will come. Who are the motorcyclists? The Fulani that are doing Okada. You don't know what we know. You don't know what we know. The motorcyclist they are going to invite is not an Igbo man motorcyclist. It's not Okechukwu or Okeke. The motorcyclist is also a Fulani bandit and terrorist who is also riding motorcyclist. But his job is not motorcyclist. He's just monitoring and studying the map of our people, of our place. They are going to invite the person to come. Truck is going to come. The people that are, the driver of the truck is also not an Igbo man. He's also Fulani in Igbo land. You people don't know why we want military to leave our land. It's not because we are afraid of engaging the military. We are not afraid. I am telling you the fact. We are not afraid of engaging the military, but we want to prove a point that all this insecurity in the southeast is being abetted by the Nigerian army. By the Nigerian army. And if they are gone, we have solved 60% of the insecurity in the southeast. I am telling you the fact. If military leaves southeast today, 60% of insecurity has been solved. And then the remaining 40%, we are going to deal with them. And that's why we give them 3 weeks. Because men, we have men. We have men. We have capacity to, we have capacity to flush them within 3 weeks. I am telling you. So we challenge these people. If they claim they love you in the southeast, let the military leave. We have at least first. Why this bishop is important or this prelate is important is because at least is the person you are going to trust. So we have seen first-hand information. Now, let us continue.
To put the money in the truck. And that the people who made them said that was exactly what happened. Immediately they came out from the bush, they told them they were monitoring whether there's police armed. They said, go up. Okay, come back, come this way. And then eventually they stopped. a truck came without number. So the boys will carry one Ghana must go to put in the truck until they took the 100, and after they have gone 100 million, they said, okay, we can go. So that's how we came back. So the people have been saying, even some people, I don't know what they wanted to achieve, that I said. When did they see me to say that it was IPOB that released me?
Okay.
How did they see me? How did I say IPOB? I didn't say that IPOB. So I don't know, they were trying to bring in political and religious collaboration. So what I know was that, in fact, when they were talking about kidnapping, I didn't know what it meant.
Okay.
So,
when they were talking about kidnapping, he don't know what kidnapping is, but he has experienced it now.
over 12, 13, 14, 15 hours, no food, nothing to drink, nothing to eat. And I was lying on the ground inside the bush, along with other people. If you want to urinate, you raise your hand.
Yeah.
So can I urinate?
Child.
Okay, go there. Commandment. Go there. If you want to go to the toilet, you raise your hand. Yes. Okay, go there. Go there. Don't come here.
Look at how they are looking at them. Look at how they are looking at him.
So that's the Nigeria we are in. It's unfortunate. This is what exactly happened. And all the efforts that were made was by my church.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yes. Every effort made was by Methodist Church, Nigeria.
Okay.
It's not Methodist Church, Nigeria. And I want to use the opportunity.
He said that all the effort made is from the Methodist Church. No government, no police, no army. And at the same time, he is asking them to sit up. So the government could not save him. The army could not save him. The police could not save him. The church saved him by paying 100 million.
I didn't know that my members love me this way. The Methodist Church have so great love.
He don't know that his members love him. What about those who could not afford the money? What about those, the decomposing corpses you saw there? This is what makes you a man of God. Now, he has forgotten there are decomposing corpses where he went, where they took him to. He's not talking about that anymore. He's not talking about how the church love him, how the members love him. But as a man of God, he should be concerned more about others than himself. And now, he is not talking and raising alarm about decomposing corpses he saw in the forest. Because those are also human beings. Those are human beings. He is now shocked and surprised the kind of love they showed to him. What about others who don't have such love?
Those love for their leader. And I knew that prayers were going on in various locations.
I don't know which why they are clapping. I don't know whether the clap is about the speech. I don't know whether the clap is about the speech or about clapping for the 100 million that was invested in terrorism, or I do not know. And he said that as they was kidnapped, that the prayer was going on. As the prayer was going on, he was busy lying to the kidnappers. He was busy. He was busy lying to the kidnappers that he don't know road. He don't know the place. Why the church people were praying and in good faith and in truth, and he was busy lying to the kidnappers. Jesus Christ, Nigeria, Nigeria,
And this morning, when I opened my phone, I was receiving calls from Canada, from US, from UK, from Russia, from even Dubai, from Turkey, every part of the globe. And it was too much, so I had to switch off again. But if I start answering those calls, I'll be having a headache. So that's what happened here. I want the press to know what actually happened. So that
Okay.
people will not come and tell you what happened.
Okay.
For instance, a government said they secured my release. I never saw the government.
Okay. The same government who have been lying and lying that every little thing they say IPOB, every little thing they say Biafra people, every little thing they blame it on Simon Ekpa, every little thing. The same government have lied. They say they came to his rescue, and he is now telling the press that no government came. Oh, he did not see no government. Oh, nobody came to his rescue. So any government that is talking, they are lying. Oh, the same way they have lied to almost every report of what is happening in the Southeast. Everything lie. The only thing we report is the truth. Why I'm saying this is because we know the truth. We know the truth, and we have investigated, and we have fact.
Yes, press, do you want to know anything about Nigeria? Use this Are we okay? Anybody from the press? Somebody is here.
All we have to say, Baba, all we have to say.
After
We thank God for everything. It's only the living that we share his or her testimony. That is
after the holy lie with 100 million, with 100 million, I want to share the testimony. Chai, I beg you, make una forgive me. Somebody say, Simon Ekpa, when you are making a very serious analysis like this, don't laugh. My brother, I will laugh. I'm a human being. If you see me making State of the Nation address, I am always very serious. But after paying 100 billion and lying to terrorists, coming to tell me Oshe. And another thing is that the people of this of that community are protesting. So this protest must continue.
Yeah, peaceful protest. Every road I block Shalaya. Kanda Melara in Lobodai. We got also little Lara Isuch. A block where is blocked already. We got also Okiwe. Igawo Okiwe Laya is blocked already. We got Enugu is blocked already. No movement. As a gala, youth, you are the youth. Ndame ma hey buwa in Oboda. Can you imagine that they collected 100 million naira from Methodist Church, Nigeria. You were the everybody. You were the everybody. Them are honorable. Thank you, man. You were the everybody. You were the everybody. You were the everybody.
Broadcast. We will continue tomorrow, and our tomorrow program will be the failed state of Nigeria, and we are going to dig into some secret document. Don't miss it. The same time, 8 p.m. Biafra time. May God bless you. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu. May God bless Sunday Igboho. May God bless Security Network. May God bless Ududuwa, Middle Belt, and may God bless Ambazonia. May God bless all of you, lovers of freedom. May God bless all those who pray for us. We are making headway, and we are not going to stop. And we continue to say, the military must be pulled out of Biafraland for peace to return. If you want peace, it is time you rise up and make your voice heard. The military must leave our land. Otherwise, one day, Biafrans will revolt against them also. Thank you very much. And from here, from me, it is good evening.
IPOB, one family. Biafrans all over the world. If we want safety and security for our people, then let's continue to support Eastern Security Network. All donations are welcome. No contribution is too small or too large. Do your part, knowing that freedom is in our hands and together we must all rise to the occasion. Go to our website to make your contribution, www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. And remember that freedom is not free, but together we restore it. Farm by farm, forest by forest, house by house, and street by street.
You must listen to her. Of course, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must